Welcome to the Investigamer, the show where we don't just play the games,
we explore them. Now, on today's show, we're going to be talking about something so divisive, so visceral, that it continues to drive divides between people on a daily basis. Crisis in the Middle East. The UK government's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. These are mere child's play to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and the state of the games community. Yes, you heard me right. I genuinely believe that Smash Bros. Predictions and character reveals are far more divisive than opinions regarding the way the rich elite run our lives on a daily basis.
Make my passport expire? No. But it does mean that you are entitled to a beautiful new blue passport.
Don't get me wrong, we've been watching character reveals for Smash since 2013, and the build-up to Smash for Wii U and 3DS was a genuinely joyous and wonderful time to be a Smash Bros. Fan. Characters were given fully rendered, high-quality intro cutscenes for the first time, and to see characters like Mario, Link, Donkey Kong and Kirby face off against Mega Man in such a brutal yet oddly slapstick way was a sight I'd never thought I'd get to see in my childhood days of Brawl. The trailers kept getting better with every new reveal too. Charizard and Greninja's trailer, for example, showed Charizard squaring up against Mario and the rest of Red Gang for leaving him out. All the while, Greninja is readying for an attack in the shadows, only intervening at the last moment before the two collide. And just look at the stank in this man's eyes. He knows exactly what he's just denied you seeing, and he does not give a fuck. Side note, I have no idea what Mario thought he was going to achieve here, but, you know, more power to him. Lucina and Robin's trailer is beautifully animated in the style of the Fire Emblem games, and seeing Captain Falcon rendered like this really suited him, I thought. Also, the implication that he beat Chrom with relative ease, and seeing how simply he dismantles Lucina, an almost equal fighter to Marth, still gives me goosebumps to this day. And look, he even flexes on her and goes for the Falcon Punch, like, my guy. Only to be stopped in the nick of time by Robin. But Falcon being Falcon is far too cool for that, and does some absolute boss acrobatics and readjusts his focus immediately. I didn't remember Robin being that badass in this moment either, probably because I was a Falcon main back in the day, so I didn't care about these new people. But now I see the power shift here, and I love the way he squares up to a ready captain, and the fight is back on. The final trailer showcases Duck Hunt as the last newcomer for Smash 4, and even this trailer had me gawking. The nostalgic intro of playing a game of Duck Hunt to the intrusion of multiple Nintendo mascots in 8-bit form, then seeing Duck Hunt burst out the bushes in 3D for the first time ever. And what's this? It's not the duo that's coming to Smash, it's the trio, with the Nintendo Zapper being an off-screen third character in this reveal. This blew my mind as a budding Nintendo fan. Sakurai managed to make the actual Nintendo Zapper a character in Smash Bros. The man is insane! Shortly after the game released on the Nintendo 3DS, Sakurai and the Smash team revealed that DLC characters were in fact in the works, the first of which being Cat Goku himself, Mewtwo, a returning character from Melee. Everything went quiet on the DLC front until the 1st of April, where one of two things would change the shape of the Smash community forever. The Smash Bros. Fighter Ballot website launched, and Lucas was announced as the next DLC character. One of these is definitely more flaccid than the other. The Fighter Ballot was a set of questionnaire forms presenting a way for players of Smash to finally have a say on who they wanted to come to Smash going forwards. Nintendo had two stipulations when it came to collecting the results and implementing the winner of the ballot into the game. All character suggestions were put into the same boat, whether they were newcomer characters or veteran characters that hadn't returned to Smash 4, with the make or break factor being how easily a character could be realised in a Super Smash Bros. Game. The winner of the ballot, Bayonetta, was announced in the last Smash Direct for Super Smash Bros. 4, and everybody was relatively happy with the ballot's results. Until 2018, that is. A data miner found concrete traces of Bayonetta's parameters in the game's 1.0.6 patch. Now, this doesn't sound too bad, but this patch was released to the public on April the 15th. only 14 days after the ballot launched on the 1st. People quite rightly, for once on the internet, drew the correct conclusion from this. The fighter ballot had to have been rigged. Now this caused somebody, and I can't find an accurate source on who, it caused somebody to announce that the fighter ballot wasn't used as DLC selections for Smash 4, it was instead used as a building block for a new Smash Bros. Game altogether. This is heavily supported by the newcomer selections made for Ultimate, with ballot toppers like King K. Rool, Ridley, Simon Belmont and the Inklings being confirmed in reveal trailers. However, things were about to take a turn. Whoever fired that first shot in saying that the Smash ballot was used for Ultimate selections and not for Smash 4 DLC, unknowingly released a parasite, a flood, if you will, into the Smash community, and the days of peaceful discourse and speculation were done. What this meant in reality was that a lot of people now thought they had a lot more influence on the Smash games than they actually did. A false equivalence brought on by the fact that they voiced support for a character that the development team and the community as a broader whole had favoured for a new Smash game for a long time now. Them seeing that their voice had in effect made a difference to the roster despite not realising that a number of these newcomers would have been in a new Smash game regardless, now felt that if they were loud enough and had the numbers behind them, they could get another character on the roster. This meant that once the game was released and DLC was announced in the form of 2 Fighter Pass expansions, people fired up their old propaganda machines and started drumming up support for characters that they wanted and felt deserved a spot on the Smash Bros. Roster. And therein lies the problem. Did you miss it? It took me a while to see it myself. People started using the word deserve. This character deserves this spot. This character deserves to be more than an assist trophy. This character doesn't deserve to just be a spirit. The whole thing reeks of entitlement. Now, for most of these reveals, a lot of time has passed and thus a lot of the heat around the characters has calmed down. However, the hate train is still chugging, with no example being greater than the recent reveal of Kazuya, a Tekken character being the 10th DLC fighter for Smash Ultimate. The reveal was met with instant hate. I mean, after all, with the number of open DLC slots down to 2, now 1, people were sure that obscure character number 4 and indie character 37 would make the cut easily. And boy were they not happy. Now, a lot of people were gunning for bigger characters too, such as Dante and Lloyd from Devil May Cry and Tales of Symphonia respectively. But these people look down on the fact that these characters were added as Mii fighter costumes and see their inclusion as an insult to the character that they believed deserved so much more. However, these fans were nothing compared to the people I wrote this script about. The worst offenders of entitlement in Smash. Shantae stands for fuck's sake. Shantae, a half genie serving as the guardian of our home Scuttletown, and more broadly, Sequin Land. She got her start on the Game Boy Color in 2002 in her own titular game, which did release to high praise but to low sales numbers. Shantae would then be shelved until 2010, when she was given a second run out in the DSiWare game Shantae Risky's Revenge. This game was a hit with fans, earning the game multiple home console releases in a 2-year period, starting with a Windows release in 2014 and ending with a Wii U release in 2016. 2014 also saw the release of a third game for Shantae, in the guise of the Nintendo eShop exclusive Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. This game easily rose the ranks of the eShop's best sellers chart, even topping the 3DS list immediately after the game dropped. 2016 saw the release of the crowdfunded game Shantae Half Genie Hero, and released for Wii U, PlayStation 4, Vita, Xbox One and Microsoft Windows systems. This seemingly would be the end of the series for now, as the Apple arcade game Shantae and the Seven Sirens was ported to home consoles a year after the game released in 2019. But do you know who she is? That's my point. Sure, she has some games, but outside of a dedicated fanbase, nobody really knows or cares who she is. Nintendo promoted her Wii U version as a part of their Nindie Showcase event at PAX 2015, and there was little to no buzz of the game in the aftermath of the event. In fact, people were far more hyped for Fast Racing Neo and Shovel Knight, which was reflected in Smash Bros. Ultimate's hype cycle, where they confirmed Shovel Knight was in the game as an assist trophy, and Fast Racing Neo was nowhere to be found at all. I mean, not even a spirit exists. Despite this, Shantae still made the game, not just once, but twice. At first as a spirit, and then again as a Mii costume, which makes her a step above fan favourites like Funny Skeleton Man, who didn't even get a spirit battle in the game, and Rayman, who only received representation as a spirit battle. But that's the way it goes. Sakurai has said time and time again that if he doesn't think he can do anything new or exciting with a character that sets them apart from the rest of the characters on the roster, then 9 times out of 10 he won't give it a go. Decidueye, for example, was the Pokemon heavily favoured by the community to represent the new Gen 7 Sun and Moon games. Sakurai said himself he was torn between Decidueye and Incineroar right to the end, as he believed he could do something interesting with either of them. But what led him to choose Incineroar? There wasn't a character that represented wrestling fighting styles in the game, and he believed that making Incineroar fight entirely like a wrestler was the more fun concept. I agree wholeheartedly. There is so much personality in this character that it made me fall in love with and want to main him almost immediately after his reveal. The problem with Shantae as a fully fledged character is that there's nothing outside of her personality that could really set her apart from the rest of the magic-based characters. This, combined with her relative insignificance compared to the other juggernauts already in the base roster, means that her fate was more or less sealed from the off. But the Zealots don't see it from an objective stance. A lot of them see Shantae's Mii costume as a personal attack against them. Some even went as far as voicing their feelings of slight on Matt Bozen's Twitter post when he announced Shantae's inclusion, where he thanked Sakurai and the fans for helping him get Shantae this far into the game. And it's disgusting. Smash is a cause for celebration. What started off as an excuse to duke it out as your favourite Nintendo characters has evolved into an explosion of gaming all-stars. The mammoth amount of work put into compiling the roster in the first place is nothing short of incredible. And when this task was done, Sakurai and the team still looked around and went, well, we could do a couple more. These additional characters range so greatly from long lost dreams coming true, to creating a game within a game to allow a character to feel more authentic, to going as far as bringing you some of the greatest villains of all time, all the while finding some neat little first party reps to keep the fighter pass rooted in that original MO of the Nintendo 64 game. Look, I'm not saying you can't be disappointed in a character selection, however, when it goes beyond that disappointment into derogatory comments made at a character's and by extension a developer's expense, that's when it goes too far and makes us as a community look like children. If Fire Emblem isn't your thing, well, that's fine. There are 80 plus other characters in the game to choose from. If you hate the fighting styles represented by Terry and Kazuya, then no biggie. Set up your matches to include none of the 4 characters that utilize that style. Then you'll never have to see it in the game. Even I've been disappointed in character reveals for Smash Ultimate. I mean, first off when they announced Isabelle for the base roster, and then again when they announced Min Min as the ARMS rep instead of Twintel. But then I actually got into the games and I experienced the characters, and now I can't imagine Ultimate without them. I'm also prepared to be disappointed again. My hope for the final DLC character is Master Chief. Do I think he'd be unique as a fighter with a range of abilities and demonstrated fighting styles? Hell yeah! But in all likelihood I know it won't be. We already have 5 Microsoft reps in the game, and I feel 6 would be pushing it. And that's fine, the world will keep on turning. And I'm sure I'll enjoy having whoever ends up in that final slot every bit as much as I enjoy having Banjo and Link and Bayonetta and Minecraft Steve, because let's be honest, where else can you say those names one after the other and it make perfect sense? There's a difference between disappointment and entitlement, and this is a difference that I feel really needs to be relearned by a lot of people. We should be glad that we've got what we've got in Smash Ultimate, because it'll never happen again. And you really don't want to blink and miss this.